Okay, so welcome back. This week's question is coming from my hairdresser, actually, Melissa from Henry Higgins in Camden. And she asks, is it true that cheap red wine stains your teeth? Obviously, because of starting this vlog up, you know, you can actually see what I look like now, so you can tell, you know, this kind of question is quite close to my heart, because, I mean, the amount of wine tastings I go to, and these bastards at the front here get completely red raw, and you know, I end up walking around looking like the Joker from Batman. You know, it's something I have to worry about quite a lot. I think first and foremost, very quickly on the cheap bit, it's got nothing to do whether it's cheap or expensive or whatever price point it is. It's 100% down to the actual grape that they use for the wine. So the kind of the reason your teeth get stained is because of the colour dyes, obviously, that are coming out of the grapes, and also the tannin as well. And you might have heard of the word tannin. Tannin is effectively just a protein that's it's actually part of the grape skin, and the colour compounds are also in the skins of the grapes. So effectively, if you want more tannin or more colour in a wine or something like that, it's about picking a grape with a big fat skin that have got a lot of these things in. So that's why you can kind of work out that certain grapes, certain grape varieties will have more colour and tannin than others. That's just kind of what it is. I suppose when you're thinking about it, why does a winemaker want to put colour and tannin in a wine? You know, why does he want to make us look stupid with big fat red teeth or whatever? You know, well, colour. I mean, you know, as with everything, I mean, you know, chefs and sommeliers and all that lot, they'll tell you it's like the first taste is with the eye, isn't it? You know, and you know, if you've got like a lush kind of, I mean, say for example, this one we've got a Malbec at the end here. That's a very lush kind of purpley colour, you know. It kind of makes you want to eat that, drink that with a steak or something like that, you know. So, and also tannins. I mean, why do you want tannins? You know, tannins are kind of like binding agents. You know, they don't necessarily taste of anything, but it's just about bringing the wine together and giving it balance and structure. So, like, kind of gives you a bit of meatiness in your mouth, you know. So, depending on, again, you know, if you're gonna have it with steak, you want tannin, you want that protein to go with a big protein and a red meat, you know. So yeah, in terms of the winemakers themselves, I mean, grape skins are a little bit like tea bags. You know, the longer you leave it in, the more colour and the more tannin you're going to get. So it's always, I mean, say read the label, try and think about the kind of grapes you're going to have. I mean, I've got 3 lined up here, and it's kind of in ascending order of whether it's going to be dark or tannic or whether it's going to stain your teeth. I've got some Pinot Noir on the left. Tends to be a lighter variety, and the middle here I've got a Sangiovese from Italy. You know, it's kind of in the middle range. And on the right here, as I said, I've got a Malbec. Malbec's really going to stain your teeth if you drink too much of it. 2 things really to do to prevent staining is eat with it. So, you know, if you're going to a tasting, try bread. If you're going to be having it with dinner, just make sure you're eating your dinner at the time. The other thing you can do is drink some water. Basically that will keep the saliva flying around your mouth and it won't stick to your teeth. As I said, the tannin will stick the saliva to the plaque in your teeth. And afterwards, very important here, do not brush your teeth straight after drinking wine, because the acids in the wine will really bugger up the enamel. If you brush your teeth straight after, you'll get rid of that enamel, which you don't want to do. Best thing to do is use a bit of mouthwash afterwards and swill it out. But that's kind of about it, really. I mean, as I said, nothing to do with cheap. It's just about the grape, and that's kind of it, really. So until next week, I'm trying to think of which one to pick, but I'll do it with a Pinot. So until next week, Skål.